Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with your June forecasts. This will be for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. You can also watch this if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. It may also be relevant. But as always, just keep an open mind. The messages are not going to make sense to everyone or not in the same way. And just an update, I'm traveling between the 10th and the 21st of June. I'm trying to get the weeklies posted ahead of time so you have them while I'm away. And I won't be able to record videos while I'm away, but I did open up an email option when it comes to readings. Okay, or you can, if you order readings after the 10th, if you order recorded readings after the 10th, I will have to get to them as soon as I'm back after the 21st. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So let's see what is coming up for Sagittarius in the month of June. 10 of Swords, 8 of Cups, walking away, Knight of Pentacles, making progress. The Devil. I feel like a lot of us have been dealing with cycles, trying to walk away and then something trying to pull us back. 4 of Swords, the Sun, 10 of Cups, the Star, and the 9 of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, the 9 of Wands. So you have been dealing with a situation that has been very draining for you. You've tried to keep it going for a long time. It has gotten more and more difficult. It's been one challenge after the other, one obstacle after the other, one block or blockage after the other. Okay. This feels like a situation where you're trying to make sure you're doing everything you possibly can so that eventually, if it does come to an end, you can walk away without regrets. That's what it feels like to me, okay, for some of you here. We do have the 10 of Swords. Now, with the 9 of Wands, this can be a physical ailment, okay, some sort of illness, or having to go to the hospital, having to have some sort of procedure with the 9 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. Or it could just be exhaustion, okay? Because you're taking some time away from your work, whether that's your job, your business, okay, your creative endeavors. You're taking some time away from what you've been working on, what you've been focusing on. You're taking time away from your plans, your goals, because of this health situation for some, okay? And this health situation, because you also have the 4 of Swords and the Devil, this health situation is caused by a very restrictive, controlling, manipulative energy, whether that's a person or an environment. Could also be some form of addiction. And you know what? It can even be where you're a workaholic. Yeah? Where you kind of just get lost in your work to avoid something else. Yeah? Could be something like that. Doesn't have to be all drugs and drinking. But some form of addictive behavior or avoiding a reality, yeah, has caused this health issue now, so that you're physically forced to stop. There's nothing else for you to do but to look at the situation, to address the situation, okay? So for some, that's what's going on. Good news is you will recover. You have the Sun card. You will recover. You have family taking care of you, or a partner. And this time of reflection will put things into perspective for you, okay? And it is unfortunate that that's how we learn, but I do the exact same thing. I just keep going and going and going. No, I can do it, I'll be fine, and then I'm not. And then during that time, I'm like, you know what, why am I doing this? It's not even worth it. My health is more important, and so on and so forth. So it's that kind of realization, you know, why am I worrying? Why am I anxious? Why do I have this stress in my life? So just putting all of that into perspective. So for some of you, you could have a deep understanding. Yeah, because we have the Justice card here as well, and the Judgment card. I was looking for the Judgment card, and the Ace of Swords there. a deeper understanding of the reason behind everything and what your purpose really is, what you truly want to do with your life. So maybe you've been working for this controlling boss, or maybe you've been working to make money, yeah? Because you feel like you won't be happy unless you do. So that's the reason behind it. We all need money to live, don't get me wrong. But this is like, that's the end all. That's the perspective when the devil card shows up. It's like, I cannot live, I cannot be happy unless I have $1 million. You know, or I need to be better than everyone in work. You know, it's ego pursuits taken to the extreme. All right, there's nothing wrong with wanting to have money. There's nothing wrong to wanting to have a good reputation. But when we take it to the extreme, that's when it becomes a problem. So for some of you, there's some sort of an epiphany going on that might result in you changing how you do things. Maybe walking away from a job, walking away from this type of person in your life that pushes you to be this way, walking away from a certain type of behavior or thinking. Okay? Because you have to cut out stress from your life. You just have to, okay? It's eating away at you. That's the energy here. So if that's not making sense for you in a way that's related to your health, solely to your health, it could make sense in terms of work. It could make sense in terms of relationships where you've been trying to make something work. You've been trying to defend it and make it work, kind of force it, push it forward. But unfortunately, you've been dealing with someone who they just have a different focus. You know, they don't want what you want. They have an unhealthy desire or approach to things. They take things too far. They take things to the extreme. And it's affecting you, either because you always have to be there for them, you have to clean up their messes, you have to protect them from themselves, okay? It could be a child or a teenager with the 10 of Cups and the Sun. Or a sibling, you know, family member. And we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius strongly. But there is a moment of pause where you have to reassess things, where you are simply reassessing things. There's nothing else to do. And the Star card, it's all about inspiration and illumination. And you might decide, you know what, I'm better off alone. You know what, I'm not appreciated here. I'm going to change my job and put an end to this stress, to this cause for stress in my life. Same thing within a relationship. You know what, this isn't worth it. Yeah. Because it feels like with the Devil card and the Sun card, it's someone that just takes things too far. It starts off fun, it starts off light, but they just don't know when to stop. Okay, but I don't know, I think I just said this to Scorpio. We're responsible for ourselves, okay? As adults, we can only be responsible for ourselves and our own choices. And as difficult as it is, and speaking from experience, as difficult as it is to see someone live in a way that it hurts themselves, yeah, they hurt themselves, especially with addictions, it won't help them if you kill yourself alongside them, okay? And that is a little brutal, but that was my realization, at least with what I was experiencing. So I don't know if that makes sense to anyone, if it's worth anything to anyone. So let's clarify the 10 of Swords. 9 of Cups, yeah, so it's someone who, because they've been indulging, because they don't know when to stop, because they're all about the here and now, they do not care about consequences. That's also the Devil card. They just don't think that far. That's what creates that forced pause, forced repause. What's the Devil card here? Ace of Pentacles, so someone who is all about money, reputation, having a lot of stuff, money to just have fun, making money to just have fun, gambling, it could be something to do with gambling, or again, it could be a boss. The Star card here, let's see. The Five of Wands. It could also be someone behaving like this because of their circumstance. When you put things in perspective, the Five of Wands is an energy where it's easy to get caught up in what other people are doing. It's play fighting, it's competition. But when you take a step back and look at it, you can see that it's not worth it. You can see no one's going to win. So I feel like that's what the perspective is there with the Star card. And the Nine of Swords here. Yeah, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So you're making changes at this time. Because it's time with these two nines, and you have the Nine of Cups and, let me see, the Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So it's time. Something has to give, something has to come to a close. You have all the nines and the Ten of Swords there. Okay? And you have to replace the source of stress with stability. Okay? And again, this is telling you you're only responsible for yourself. This is the card of self-made man, self-made woman. That means we create our own life with our choices, with our actions. We create our own life. And we can either create chaos and stress or stability and fulfillment. But we are by ourselves, yeah? Bit of an intense reading there. And again, it's not going to make sense to everyone. If your life is peachy, then you don't need that much guidance, you know, just enjoy, just have fun. What I really try to do is focus on the viewers who come to the videos looking for some guidance, looking for some help, because they're dealing with something, you know. So that's really my focus, because I don't want to just sit here and pull cards and have a blast. You know, we can do that in other circumstances, have fun with the cards, but I'm genuinely trying to help, you know. So if it makes no sense to you, don't panic. It just means it's not for you, okay? So watch your other signs. Maybe those will resonate better. But if this does make sense to you, do let me know. I'd love to hear some confirmation, and let me know if the reading helps, okay? So let's see, advice for Sagittarius. Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. So this is about, and the Death card at the bottom of the deck, so that pretty much sums it up. This is someone who's stuck. They're stuck. Okay, they're in a situation where they're in front of a grave, so it's dead energy around them, okay? So it's stuck, it's stale. Not necessarily dead, but stale. And this is you, where you understand it's just time to go. You've tried everything. You cannot move them from that spot. They have to move themselves from that spot. Okay? So the energy of ending. We have the Two of Pentacles. So this is you going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for a long time. Okay? Because you have the infinity sign there. You're going from there, or you're advised to go from there to the Three of Pentacles. To working for yourself, to creating, or on yourself, to creating something beautiful. Surrounding yourself with like-minded people. Surrounding yourself with positive things, with beautiful things, with art, with things that make you happy, with things that make you smile. You need to recover from this with the Four of Swords. It has been very draining. And you need to get back on top. You need to get back to feeling like yourself again with the Six of Wands. Get your confidence back. Get your sense of humor back. Your excitement, your desire, you know. So that's the guidance. So I do hope that if you are dealing with these energies, then the messages make sense and the reading helps. Do let me know. But yeah, it looks like there's the opportunity to end a very toxic cycle here, to free yourself in order to move on to towards your own happiness, okay, which is exactly what you deserve. So I hope it helps, okay? Make the most of the month, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.